And basically you have, what is it? Darn it. Whenever the recording stops, for some reason, it affects the gamma for some reason. I don't know why, but if you slide it back and forth, it goes back to normal. So here's the Den of Evil here. So anyway, as I was saying, basically that's how charge-up skills work. If you have 2 claws, you can do 2 hits at once, and yeah, that's cool. And basically you'll charge up faster and use less mana, is what I'm trying to say. So it can be very beneficial to have 2 claws. Because obviously if you're early in the game where you're going to be like 1-hit KOing most of the enemies, like these fallen enemies, because they're really easy to kill, you're probably going to want to, you know, be able to get charge ups more quickly without having to go and search for enemies and then end up losing your charge. So notice how I'm doing 14 and 25 if I attack with my left trigger. You notice how there's a little bit of like animation there showing that I did the level 2 version. So this is level 1 version. Okay, so let me show you the damage as well. Whoops. Okay, this is the level 3 version. See that I'm doing 18 to 32 there, so 300% basically. So that go, wapow. Bigger, brighter, cooler animation. So 1 hit, I do 10 to 18, so that's basically twice as much. And yada yada yada. Animation's the smallest. So as you can see there, you want to get to 3 charges to do more damage. It won't always be necessary to do that, but most of the time if you're bothering to actually charge up your weapon at all, you're going to want to do it too. You're going to want to go all the way, you know, go big or go home. Now if you don't hit anything for a while and you still have charges floating around, they will eventually dissolve or kind of go away. But so you want to make sure that you're hitting stuff often with the assassin and you don't just let it float, because otherwise you basically wasted mana. Although generally in this game, by the time they disappear, you'll have regenerated the mana that you used for the charge up, because it uses such a negligible amount to actually do the skill, I guess you could say. I'm surprised I still have not picked up another Qatar. I've not heard one fall. Oh yeah, if you press left alt, you can see the weapons, or the items that are fallen on the ground. Got scroll identity, so you want to right click on the scroll, left click on the item, and you can basically... So this is a magically enhanced item, which is the 4th level of enchantment. There's low quality, which is 1, which is basically crappy. There's normal, which is 2. 3 is superior, which is basically, this is a superior item, so it's a little better than regular. It gets 1 magical enhancement, and then magical enchanted can have multiple magical enhancements, while these generally only have 1. I think they really only can have 1, and these can have multiple. After that, there's like unique, which is green, or whatever, like part of a set. Then we have rare, which is like yellow. Then we have, what is it, like crafted, and stuff like that. So the rarities are cool. Or actually, there's like unique after that. There's part of a set, so after rare comes unique, and then after unique there's crafted. Yeah, so you can see this opposed to a regular item. Usually, superior like armor and stuff will have greater defense. Superior weapons will do more damage, or they'll have, you know, some enhancement that gives them like bonus attack rating. So that's cool. Attack rating basically is what determines how likely you are to hit an enemy. So basically, if you hover over these, it'll show you your likelihood to hit an enemy. Right now, I have 95%, which is the highest amount you can have at any given time. Can never go past 95%, obviously. Just, you know, I guess they kind of calculated there for human error, so like you still have a chance to miss. It's not going to be like 99. Wow, that was really cool. I'm going to be honest here, I generally play on players 8s, which is basically a mode where if I type enter and I go into the chat bar, I can increase the difficulty of the game by typing in players 8, where enemies give you more EXP but are harder to kill and they drop better items. Now, it makes the game more challenging, and the enemies take a lot more hits. So I didn't actually think I'd 1-hit KO Corpse Fire there, the name of that enemy I just killed, or that mini-boss rather. But I ended up doing so, and I was kind of surprised. That's why I was kind of like, wow. Yeah, assassins are actually pretty badass early in the game. Not that they're bad later in the game, but yeah, earlier it really makes a difference if you have charge-up skills, because they are very cool. Yeah, there's a lot of shortcuts you can get used to, which I'm not really going to go over all of them, but essentially if you press R on your keyboard, you can toggle running, as it'll basically tell you there if you hover over that little white thing there. So if I didn't explain this before, this is your life, this is your mana, which is used to cast spells. Obviously, if this gets 0, you'll die. This is your left clicks, basically your normal attacks, and this is basically your skill attack. You've got potions down here, your belts. The belt I'm equipped with right now increases my carrying capacity by 1 row, so this would not be here without the belt I'm equipped with currently. This is basically, you have short keys for all of these, like I use to open up the battle menu, where my inventory essentially, where I use C to open up my character menu, or like my stats and all that good stuff, and then I use T to open up my skill menu, because those are the buttons that they have there for skill tree, you know, stuff like that. S is actual skills. So yeah. It basically tells you all of the shortcuts, and if you need help with any of the stuff, if you press H here, it'll basically tell you how to, and basically give you the gist of what all this stuff is and what it indicates. Yeah. By the way, these are not actually here if you are playing on a different resolution. Like, normally they'd appear here when you get a level up if you have it on the resolution that's 1 lower than this one. So like 600 to 400 or whatever it is, or 400 to 600. I forget. I know this one's like 8 to 600, or 800 to 600. Sorry, yeah, the other one's like 600 to 800. I don't know. It's less than that. Just know what I'm saying, and yes, I don't know. So although I did not say this before, I'm basically just recording this in one session. I'm going to let the video just cut off because it would be too much of a hassle to time this exactly. So if the video cuts off randomly and I'm still talking, I'll just kind of finish that sentence or restate what I was saying in the next video.
The rogue's test is done.
So if it randomly cuts off again like that, just kind of prepare for that to happen. I won't actually give you like the end of the video unless I'm ending my recording session, so just know that and be aware for the future. I'm going to put another point into Claw Mastery there. As you can see there, I put a little points into Vitality so that I wouldn't get my ass kicked as much. Now, instead of going back to the encampment right away, I'm going to head back this way over to where we saw that the entrance to the cold plains in the next area, and I'm going to well, I'm going to go to the waypoint there, and I'll kind of explain what that is, even though you can probably guess if you've played a game before. Yeah, basically you just get on the waypoint, it'll take you back to the starting town. Yeah. There's only one town in each act, by the way. And by act, I mean there's like waypoint 1, 2, 3, 4 up here where I'm sliding my mouse. And then there's a starting town. And all these are areas that you're going to fight in, and you're going to have to return to the rogue encampment to get your potions, your weapons, and stuff like that.
You have
Yes, I have. So you'll notice here that this is red. That means I got a new skill from completing the quest. And I'm going to put another point into... I'm actually going to put a point into... I'm just going to put another point into Tiger Strike. As you may have noticed when I did that, my attack rating also went up. So here, if you click CTRL and left-click items, you can sell automatically, just by left-clicking on them. So you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to click and drag them. You can just go like this. I'm going to sell all my mana potions because this early in the game, mana isn't necessary, or mana potions aren't, and I really don't need them, and they sell for quite a bit of money. As you'll notice there, that Necromancer one actually had a couple of tributes